When it comes to SUVs, we want an SUV that can do it all, that can haul our stuff, haul our people, our dogs, handle the snow in the winter, and take us to the sand in the summer. But do you really need a boxy, large SUV to get it all done? And do you have to give up your style? Well, Audi says no. In fact, they have adapted the very popular Q5 SUV, which is the midsize. It's larger than the Q3 and not as large as the Q7, to this, a very sporty, stylish looking Audi Q5 Sportback. We just took a test drive, and here's what we learned. Audi recently refreshed the look and feel of the Q5 to give it a more modern and more contemporary feel. It starts with the grille that was redesigned for a little more texture and detail, and also some new headlights. Under the hood, though, it still has the 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that generates 261 horsepower, 273 torque, plenty of power for a 4-door plus a liftgate, 2-row, 5-passenger SUV. The cargo area of the Q5 Sportback can be accessed by pushing the button on the key fob twice. It does not have a motion-activated cargo area, liftgate. And there's a button here to put it down. In the back, you have a pretty large size cargo floor. Underneath, there is a spare tire. It's just a part-time or small size spare tire. But there's plenty of space. You've got cargo areas here. And then you have these tabs that you can pull to lower the rear seats. Now do notice that the rear seats don't lower actually all the way. You're still going to need to come back here and push them down to lock them into place. The view from the driver's seat gives you some really great function on the Audi Q5 Sportback. So as you would have in the Q5 or in most Audis, you have the digital cockpit, which is here. That is basically your driver information screen, and you can control it with these buttons right here. So this allows you to amplify or minimize the view. So this takes the tachometer and the speedometer and changes their size. Notice that over here you still have the fuel gauge displayed quite large, so it's never too difficult to find out how much fuel is in the tank. And you also see here, it'll tell you the miles left on the tank. But you can change the things that you're viewing. So if you want to see the telephone information, if you want to see the radio list, if you want to see the driver assistance features that are engaged, all you do is scroll through. And then you can use this little dial here to close up, to zoom in or zoom out on the map. And then you can also use it to scroll through different settings. So here I can use it to scroll through different radio stations. Now I'm going to ask the voice assistant for a little help. Hey Audi, directions to Starbucks on Great Hills Trail.
Searching for Starbucks along the route.
And there it is.
Would you like to start route guidance now?
Yes.
Started route guidance.
So the nice thing is the route guidance comes up on this screen, but it also comes up in the digital cockpit. So I can actually choose the wide view of the map and get all the directions right here in the driver information screen, which allows me to turn this off and use Apple CarPlay. So now I can check my messages, get phone calls and things like that while I have navigation in the driver information screen. On the media screen, you have a lot of choices here as well. So you can there's navigation. You can choose vehicle, where this is where you'll set your driver assistance settings. So if you want to turn on or off any of those settings, you do that there. And then there are quick buttons here on the side that take you to radio, music if you're using Bluetooth or USB. There's your phone settings, and again, back to navigation. The center console has climate control here. Some of your drive mode, settings are here. There is the park sensor. When you tap that, you get the camera. And then here you can turn on or off the auto stop start, traction control, and then there's downhill descent control if you're using off-road mode. And here are the drive select buttons. Also in the center console, there is a little cubby here that's great to put things, and there's a cubby here so you could put a small phone or your key there. There's also a USB port here and a 12 volt so you can plug something in there if you'd like. This little spot here is great. It can hold, perhaps it can hold a drink. It's not really designed as a drink holder, and it probably isn't the most stable, but you definitely could put a drink there. Your radio control knob is here. There's a little slot here, which is great for either a phone or a key. My phone will not fit in that slot. In fact, I'll show you. Let me move my key. In fact, I'll show you my phone is the plus size iPhone, and it won't fit there. So it can sit like this, but it's not the most sturdy place to put the phone. Then over here, there are two cup holders. There's an armrest, and then between the cup holders and the armrest is the Audi Phone Box. Now this is ideally where you put your phone. My phone fits just fine right there. This phone box also charges my phone, and it connects my phone to the built-in antenna in the car. So that's the ideal place to put it. And notice when I turn off the car with my phone there and open the door,
Your mobile device is still in the vehicle.
so Audi won't let you forget your phone, which is a pretty cool feature. Now I will say there is one USB-C port here and one up front, and there are two in the rear. And when you have the phone charge, the phone box pushed back and reveal these cup holders, they are on the small side. So they fit my venti cup from Starbucks, but they're not going to fit something larger, a Yeti or something like that. It's a little bit of a challenge there, but a larger cup may actually fit right there in that center spot. You can drive, if you would like to use the paddle shifters, you can. You just pop it over into manual mode and you can use the paddle shifters, or you can up and down shift with your hand on the gear selector. Push this button to put it in park. I'm really enjoying the interior cabin of the Audi Q5 Sportback. So it does have a little bit of a reduced visibility because of the sloped roof, but there's a really good camera, and we have really good blind spot monitors that help to improve visibility, and that's a really important factor. And in fact, more and more we rely on technology to help us see things. There's a good parking sensor here that I can turn on for to give me a sense of where the curbs and exterior lines are at the corners of the car. And then also the rear view mirror, side view mirrors, and you can turn around and really see everything out behind the car. But where those features are really helpful is in merging to the left or to the right, because the pillars and the slope of the roof mean that you have less visibility from just turning and looking when you're driving.